Good morning, good afternoon. What is the word? Happy New Year. Listen. I know I missed 11:33. I know I missed 11:34. I know I missed 11:35. Sorry. I took a little break from the One Piece videos, but I'm gonna get y'all this one for the new year and before the TikTok ban. Speaking about the potential TikTok ban, I know this shit may be out of here in a few days. All manga reviews will be on YouTube. My name, my username, all that is the same. But if you're not caught up with chapter 1136 of the job, keep it pushing, my boy. We got spoilers in here. Let's get right into it. First off, starting this chapter saying even the meat is huge is crazy. Diabolical work in and of itself. But nah, man, Hajrudin and the rest of the giant gang, they done cooked up some moose meat for my boy Luffy and my brother Yaro, one of the oldest people in the world. Now, y'all, keep in mind, we already know the facts that giants from Elbaf already age and grow differently, right? If y'all tell me that this man was not born in the Void Century, I'm gonna be very upset. The old giant later explains to the rest of the crew that it's rare for the humans to make it all the way to the Sun Realm. Mostly because they get to the lower parts of Elbaf, such as the Realm of the Dead, and be like, oh no, it's time to bounce, it's time to get up out of here. Perhaps that's what the explorer meant when he said, it's cool to go to Elbaf, just don't linger too long. Maybe he only made it to the underworld. Who knows? Usopp's ranting about Thriller Bark and how he took down the legendary warrior giant Oars. The giants are amazed. Jinbei's telling them about the different parts of the sea and Fishman Island. Whole lot of chit chatter, whole lot of culture sharing. Not Sanji's not culture sharing. No, I don't know. Sanji's being Sanji. That's not sharing part of the culture at all. That's Sanji culture. And they just look at Brook and like, what you is, cuz? But all in all, I think it's really cool that even though the Straw Hats are the ones, like, they're the guests in this new land, right? The giants are the ones acting like tourists, bro. I think that's kind of funny. Rodo tries to get back right with Nami and the rest of the gang by apologizing for his previous incidents. I know bringing the new sun god to your land for the first time in a couple hundred years, and your man's Rodo be doing this, I know it's gotta be embarrassing. They said the only way we could forgive him is by beating sense into him. Zoro was like, it's cool, man, nobody died. And besides, if Usopp didn't say the word, he's asked me out of there. We just touched down and Usopp's already sparing giant lives, bro. Legendary plays if you ask me. And as we can see, he's already doing great things. This is only his beginning. This is only his ceiling. How far will Usopp's ceiling go, y'all? Let me know. You may not be able to see what Rodo says at the top, so I'm gonna say it for you. Everyone born here in Elbaf shares the same dream to become the next sun god and rule the world. Now this, y'all, this is where things start to get interesting, so y'all just bear with me real quick. Teacher's about to start teaching, giving out proper analysis and or theory. When the title of Sun God was first introduced, he was a single individual, the warrior of liberation, joy, and freedom. The warrior who put smiles on everybody's faces. But we are in the place where the original Sun God lore takes place. Now that we actually get here, it seems they also call him a god of destruction as well. Joy Boy versus Beerus, let me know who y'all got right now. Or at least he's a god of destruction according to the sacred Harley text, which also say that the world has already been destroyed twice and the name of the sun god has already been invoked after each instance. But mind you, my brothers and sisters, Luffy cares nothing about this. We get a brand new silhouette of the sun god, sword and shield in hand, the world's savior, and or the world's destroyer. I can't really see him being the destroyer. I'm not riding One Piece, you feel me, but check me out. I slightly feel as if the term God of Destruction and or Destroyer is being misused just a little bit. You can only see him to be a destroyer in the sense of someone who destroys his enemies. Like the rulers of the day that are always afraid of Nika's comeback, those are Nika's enemies. They would find him to be a God of Destruction, a destroyer. But all in all, fam, I ain't seeing it. Yaro then goes on to tell Luffy how this sun god has become a symbol in the community with a description that looks exactly like our Gear 5 appearance. But once again, Luffy's dismissing it. He's only here for the food and the adventure. Now, the first time we heard about how Loki slaughtered his dad, it was to get a legendary devil fruit. And Yaro explains why he thinks Loki killed his dad. He says he believes his motive was to follow Anika's footsteps. I don't have enough context and or lore to really differentiate the two, but trust, we will get back with you. Before King Harold had his son Loki, there was a prophecy told. A prophecy that he would be slain by his own son, which later came to fruition. And shortly after that, Big Mom murdered some legendary hero by the name of Yorwin. And after he crossed his pops off the bucket list, his mom passed away shortly after that. And then he went to the realm of the dead and made it his own playground at the age of 10. Yeah, this guy crazy. So basically, when Loki was born, they just started losing. Everything just went wrong as soon as he came out the womb. And that's where the sword in his head came from originally, from Loki trying to stab him. And it's still there, just chilling. Loki then went on to be a terrorist of the seas until he was stopped by Shanks 6 years ago. Now, did Loki put up a fight, or did Shanks one-tap him for real? And it really is crazy, because Luffy probably did just miss him by a mile or something. Zoro, on the other hand, he knows all about what's going on. This is what Robin meant when she said Luffy was too trusting. And if Zoro knows what's going on already, then Nami definitely knows what's going on already. By the looks of it, it's Luffy and Zoro versus Loki, man. I know a couple of y'all would love to be with Roldo and Zeus. Me personally, maybe. Nami's looking for the treasure. I don't think she can carry any of it on the Sunny. We go back to the realm of the dead. Let's see what's going on with our boy Loki. I've been wanting to talk about this dude for a minute. I'm so glad I'm back doing this, y'all. Check me out. Shanks and this other person who, their name is Gunko, Shanks and Gunko invite Loki to join the Gods Knights. As tough as that would be, Loki's gonna have to say no. And when I say, boy, it is getting harder and harder to defend Shanks every day. I've been seeing people talk about evil Shanks and clones, and I don't know, man. The more I see him, the more I really think this is Shanks, yo. I could be wrong. I want to be wrong. Trust me, I want to be wrong. But it is getting harder to stand up for Shanks. Do y'all remember when X-Drake was one of the pirates in the Worst Generation? And really, he turned out to be working for this undercover Navy sword ship? Y'all know what I'm getting at. I ain't even got to say the rest. Now, this is something I wanted to talk about with Gunko also. There's an arrow coming out of Gunko's arm, right? When Sabo was in the throne room about to fight Imu and the rest of the elders for King Cobra, right? Everybody else just had silhouettes. When Imu attacked Sabo, he was the only one with an arrow. She then proceeds to take those arrows, tie them around the dog, and put them in the upward direction. Shanks would then ask Loki if he would change his mind. But Loki's like, it's whatever, it's just a dog. I'd accept my friend's fate. I'm still not joining. He's ruthless, boy. Cold, I tell you. But if Gunko has some arrow abilities and Imu has some arrow abilities, then can Gunko copy Devil Fruit abilities? Loki, on the other hand, says to swallow all his fury and use it to fuel him when he reduces the world to rubble. Keep in mind, y'all, Luffy and Zoro is also on their way to him. So, hey, next chapter should be interesting. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I want to say I'll see y'all next week, but see y'all on YouTube.